Andy Enfield is now coaching his 8th year at USC. He made a great run when he was at Florida Gulf Coast. Remember that? And now, Gulf Coast, and now he's at USC. He is joining us live. You know, when I look at this, having lived out west most of my life, I know that when I lived out east, I didn't watch a lot of Pac-12 basketball or football because I go to bed. And when you look at the Pac-12 success, Andy, do you believe the conference was potentially just kind of overlooked by the committee?
Well, I agree with you. It is overlooked. I grew up in Pennsylvania, Colin, so similar to what you said, I never watched a USC or an Oregon basketball game growing up. I watched the ACC Big East. I was asleep before the Pac-12 ever came on TV. So I do think the time change, the difference is a big detriment to just the exposure the Pac-12 gets on a national scale from not only the casual fan, but also the media. And the selection committee, I think, they probably underseeded some of the Pac-12 teams, as you see, for advancing to the Sweet 16. But we're just happy that the league is getting the proper exposure now. And we're really happy for the other teams in the Sweet 16 as long as USC. You know,
it's interesting, Andy. You know this because of Florida Gulf Coast, is that it's weird in college basketball that sometimes chemistry, you got kids going to class, they're young, and stuff doesn't click until January. In Florida Gulf Coast, the same thing. You guys got red hot. I had watched you lose to Colorado about 3 or 4 weeks ago. Colorado shot the heck out of the basketball. And since that game, I mean, you destroyed Kansas. Kansas was red hot. It's like something happened to your team late. That's what it looks like to me in the times I've seen you. Is it a chemistry thing? Is it a rotation thing? Is it a health thing? Because it does feel like, Andy, you are playing your best basketball today.
Yeah, we're really proud of our players. They've improved throughout the season. We did lose a heartbreaker to Colorado at the buzzer, and we won 5 out of 6 since then. So I think our team is playing very well defensively. We're top 5 in the nation defense, and now we're top 15 in the nation on offense. And so our metrics have improved the last couple of weeks. So this is the time to do it. You need to be playing your best basketball because the teams you're playing in the NCAA tournament are terrific.
So Evan Mobley is your top NBA prospect, and you're known as a very, very active and energized recruiter. I don't know what he reminds me of. I mean, is he the best talent potentially you've ever coached? And does he? Because you coach with the Bucks and the Celtics. You've been in the pro league. What is his comp? What kind of player could he be?
Well, I think he's a hybrid between a lot of guys. Kevin Durant is the same size, but Kevin Durant grew up as a guard, so he had the perimeter skills. Evan has good ball handling skills and passing, but he's not the perimeter shooter, and he doesn't play like a guard. He plays like more of a forward/hybrid center. Anthony Davis had that great defensive characteristics at Kentucky, long shot blocking, so he has some of AD's defensive characteristics when he was in college. So he's kind of his own guy because he can put the ball on the floor. He's so unselfish. He makes the right play at the right time, and he's a terrific defender. So his upside is just terrific, and we're very excited for him because when you have a one-and-done player like Evan, the key is they have to help you win, and he is just a winner. That's one word I can say about it. He is just a flat-out winner.
You know, it's funny. I had a conversation with Rich Paul. Rich Paul is an agent, a very, very smart guy, and we were talking about this last night in the podcast. I said, Rich, everybody thinks if a kid's a one-and-done guy, they should go to Europe or they should go to Australia or they should go to the G League. And I said, if my kid was a great player, I'd send him to college for a year because, first of all, I think he's going to get a good coach. Second of all, I like the college experience. You have to deal with other people. It's a real-life experience. And I said the other thing is, boy, March Madness is a great platform. I wouldn't know who Zion is if he didn't go to Duke and bust up his shoe. I wouldn't know. I'd be on the internet. And so when you go recruit these great players, and some parents want the G League, and some parents see LaMelo Ball, what is the sale for you on, hey, college is a good place to start?
Well, I think you brought up a great point. Zion Williamson, he improved his personal brand by playing at Duke, playing in the NCAA tournament. Everybody in the country knew who he was. If he would have gone to Europe or the G League, no one would have known who Zion really was. And the same you could say for Evan Mobley. Evan, first of all, has improved tremendously as a basketball player. It was important for him to learn the college game, adjusted to physicality, getting double teamed, and improving his offensive skills and learning how to play defense at a high level. So not only has he improved as a basketball player, he's part of March Madness now, and he's making a name for himself, our team, and he's part of something that he'll remember the rest of his life. So I agree with you. I think there's nothing like college basketball, and we're just so happy that Evan has succeeded and is on the way to great success in the future.
Look at his length, boy. When you watch these 19-year-old kids, it's so funny because, Andy, you were a great basketball player. In fact, I think you're the leading scorer in the history of John Hopkins, if I recall. And when you recruit these young players, we put a lot on these kids. You guys are in a bubble. You can't even leave your hotel space. How hard has it been? Has the bubble... Last year, we saw young teams in the NBA, Andy, did very well in the bubble. Old teams struggled. They missed their families, their wives, their kids. Young teams did well in the bubble. So now you're in the college bubble, and it's no day at the beach, man. You can't leave your hotel. How are your kids responding to it?
Well, they sacrificed a lot. We're day 16 consecutively in a hotel. We Las Vegas, right to Indianapolis, and this is day 16. So our players, luckily, we have tremendous young men on our team and a coaching staff. We all get along. We enjoy being around each other because it is overwhelming at times, the amount of time you spend, especially you're isolated. I can't even see my family. They're in a hotel across the street. I have no interaction at all with my wife and 3 children. And the players' parents are here as well. So I think they've adjusted to it, and it's better than being at home. That's what we tell them. I know you're sacrificing. It's tough, but you could be at home out of the tournament. So let's enjoy this. Every moment we're here, and by the game time, it'll be day 19 or 20 by the time we play in Oregon on Sunday night.
By the way, you're going to play a conference. It's just so interesting. You're going to play Oregon. All you Pac-12 schools are all still around this thing. Is Oregon a team? I mean, they're hot now, too. Kansas was hot. You beat them. Oregon's hot now. What worries you about Oregon?
Oregon's a great offensive team. They're playing more 5 out now with forwards and guards. They do have a couple centers that they rotate in, but they're very dangerous. They spread the floor. They shoot the 3. They're great in transition. They play a lot of pressing defenses, and they'll try to steal the ball. So they're a different type team, but the nice thing is we know how to play Oregon because we played them every year, and they're in our league. Now, I think the game over a month ago in Los Angeles, you can just throw that out. They've improved tremendously since that game, and so has our team. And Isaiah Mobley did not play in that game. So I think it's 2 really good teams playing their best basketball of the year. Unfortunately for the Pac-12, only one will go on. But we're both. I think if you said, if you're in the Sweet 16, at that point you don't care who you play. You're going to play a great team, and Oregon just happens to be our next opponent, and they're exceptional.
Andy Enfield. See him occasionally at my little workout club. Andy's in much better shape than I am. Coach, good luck to you, your family, and the Trojans. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.